Here is a financial concern expressed by pre-retirees and retirees in discussion forums and groups. I keep seeing ads saying guaranteed 7% growth on annuities, but when I asked my advisor what I would actually get if I cashed out, the number was way lower. Is the 7% even real, or is it just a marketing trick? By the end of this video, you'll understand that the 7% guaranteed growth in an annuity is in fact real. It's not a marketing trick. And also there are regulatory bodies and institutions that will enforce and ensure that your annuity grows as promised. I am Sridhar Boppana, a financial advisor in the retirement wealth management space. Over the years, I've helped several pre-retirees and retirees secure finances for the retirement years. I will provide a strategic solution for a very specific financial problem in every video under 5 minutes. In this video, I'll show you that the 7% growth of an annuity is real and that there are many regulatory bodies that will ensure that the annuity grows as promised. Now, what is the reason for this problem? Why is this confusion to begin with? When you try to cash out this annuity, let's say after 7 to 10 years, you don't really see the 7% growth. Okay, so that actually creates a confusion as to why it was not growing at 7% as promised. And that leads to a lot of skepticism. I will actually show you that the 7% growth is actually real. The only thing that's missing is your advisor did not clearly explain how that 7% actually, how the annuity grows by 7% and what numbers you should look at very clearly. So let me explain very simply. 7% rate here refers to the income benefit base. What is that income benefit base? So let's say you roll over funds from 401k or an IRA into an annuity. Let's say you roll about 100k, and in about 10 years, so from 2026 to 2036, let's say the annuity grows from 100k to 170k. I'm just using simple numbers for ease of understanding. So assuming 7% growth, so it grows from 100k to 170k. Now, this $170,000 is used as your income benefit base, which means this is your principal amount now in 10 years from now, from which you will be paid lifetime income. So your retirement income starts in 2036 and you'll be paid for life from this annuity. Now, what you cannot do is after 10 years, you cannot say that, you know what, I want to pick up this 170k and walk away. Your contract with the insurance company was that you roll over funds into an annuity from your retirement accounts first, let it grow, and you then later collect lifetime income. But if you try to take the 170k and walk away, it's now like you are actually surrendering the contract, or you're canceling your annuity contract. So what then they'll pay you is not the income benefit base, but they'll pay you the cash value of the policy, which is usually less, which means maybe it's about 150k roughly. I'm just throwing a number. Now, what are the current approaches that most people do, and why do they fail? Most people dismiss annuities because there's some negative talk out there in the market. So if you buy into that negative talk, what you will lose is access to a legitimate retirement planning tool just because of misunderstanding. Second, you accept your advisor's words without asking any further questions. See, if your advisor does not explain what is an income benefit base, how it grows, what is a cash value, how you'll be paid for life, and if it does not cover all these aspects, you will simply assume it's 7% growth. And when you look at the cash value column in the first statement, which means after the first year, when you look at the cash value column, you don't see that 7% growth and you think you've been tricked. Actually, you've not been tricked. In fact, it is growing at 7%. Now, people also go online and read, but online, when you read in discussion forums, no one is going to take the time to explain what is the income benefit base and what is the cash value and so on and so forth. So what is the solution for this? The solution to this confusing problem is clarified if you understand what a carrier general account is. When I say carrier, I'm referring to the insurance company's general account. The insurance company has a general account, and this general account is enforced by the State Department. So in this general account, the insurance company places a lot of funds, and these funds are actually invested in a very conservative way. So when you invest something conservatively, the money does grow, and that growth is actually transferred into your annuity as 7% growth. Okay. So And now there are some regulatory bodies that will ensure that the insurance company is following all regulations, and there are additional layers of guarantees from the state guarantee organization, which will ensure that your policy works fine and that you do not lose your funds. Now, there are several verification steps that you should take care of. So if you check this, these verification steps help you to check if the 7% guarantee is actually real. So what are the verification steps? First, you make sure that the insurance company is rated with the AM Best ratings. So AM Best is actually the rating agency, and I would choose a company which has only A or A plus ratings. Okay, I would avoid anything that's B or less. Second, state guarantee coverage. So many insurance companies in a given state, they create a fund and they use the fund in case if an insurance company goes insolvent. In such a case, let's say your insurance company goes insolvent and you have a policy with it, that state guarantee coverage will actually rescue you. Usually this is between $100,000 to $500,000. Third, you request a summary of your benefits before you sign the documents. Make sure there is no conditions linked to this 7% growth. So the 7% is guaranteed and there are no conditions associated with it. So you'll check for that. And fourth, you will verify state license. You'll make sure that the insurance carrier that you're choosing to start your annuity is allowed to operate in your given state. Okay. So this information, this verification steps will ensure that you have the right annuity and that it will guarantee that so-called 7% growth. Now, why is this a better strategy? Because you have verified the insurance company through AM Best ratings, and you also made sure there are no regulatory obligations. In addition to that, you have went through all the verification steps. So I believe that following the information that I presented in this presentation will help you get an annuity that will indeed guarantee the growth that they promised on their papers, on their documents. If you have any questions regarding this presentation or the information that I shared here, drop a line below this video and I will either write a message back to you or create another video and send it your way. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.